Hi, Micah. This is Kevin. I just thought it'd be easier for me to come over and talk to you here directly as opposed to going back and forth here with messages. So the simple answer to your question is yes, a file where you have used history in Rhino or Matrix history, when you save the file, it will retain all the history information. Now, if you save small, most of that data gets stripped away and it just saves the basic geometry that's in the scene. But with a full save or a save as, it will retain history for you. So it doesn't have to be just because it's in a job bag. I save my files intermittently myself because I save at different stages a full file. And I have reasons for that. It just has to do with my workflow. But let's just go ahead and jump over to Matrix, and I'll just show you a quick, easy example to show you how history works. Okay, so here we are. This is Matrix 8, and this is what I use quite a bit. I also have Matrix Gold, but I use several other programs as well, so for 3D work. But Matrix 9 is still the exact same. The difference is that it runs on the Rhino 6 platform, which has more tools that are history enabled than what Rhino 5 does. Rhino 5 was the introduction of Rhino History, and they've only continued to develop it and expand it quite a bit more. So let's go over, and I'm just going to go down here and open up a gem just to kind of show you. So here we have a gem sitting out here on the screen. Now I've got my gumball on, so up here you can kind of see I've got this gumball activated, and history, both Rhino history and Matrix history are activated. So if I select this gem, I'm just going to move it off center. I'm going to drag this again, but I'm going to hit the Alt key till the plus sign shows up. Okay. Now I've duplicated that gem. Now the thing with history is you have what's called a parent and a child. So the parent is the geometry that you copied from. So a lot of times I'll take the parent, so this is the parent here in this particular case, and I'm going to color it a different color so we don't get it mixed up. All right. Now I copied this one here from this one. So because of that, as long as I don't change this copy, it'll continue to update whatever I do to the master. So for example, let's grab this guy. If we move it, it's going to follow along because we copied this one from this. Now if I move this one, now you're going to get a message, and it'll say dragging broke the history on one object. And once you break that history, there's no going back. So that's where you're stuck. So that's why you want to be careful that you're always moving the parent and not the child object if you want the history to be retained. So if I undo that and I go up to save now, so here I have file, I can either select save or save as, and in this case I'll just hit a save as, and you're not going to see this part, but I am going to save this off, and I'm just going to call this test 1. And I went ahead and saved that. Now if you watch, the gems will disappear because I'm going to bring out a new screen. So Rhino resets to the default, and this is your Matrix default screen. So I'm going to go back now to where I have that file. So I'm hitting open. I'm selecting the test1 and I open it up. Now we're back to the screen again, so that we started with. Now if I take the parent and I start to move it, now you're going to see that again the child pieces still continue to follow along. So anything that you do that you have history activated, as long as you're not performing a function that breaks the history, that history will be there if you save the file and you come back and open it up later that you want to alter it and adjust it, and you'll still be able to do this. If you have any questions, just shoot me a message and I'll try to explain further if there's something that you just don't quite get or understand. Kev out.